Okay, so, there is a video that I have been wanting to react to because I'm excited to see it. I'm a little nervous, admittedly, because, you know, I do my own design work, so putting myself out there a little bit into the VTuber fray, as they say. So I am just gonna sit here and watch this video and react, and we'll see how this goes. Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3.
Oh gosh, we're in fangirl hours.
What?
Hold on, let me take a sip.
Wait, fangirl hours? Really? Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
Here
Am I
we
gonna?
have 𝕾𝖆𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖑𝖘, which I think is a pun on like a cryptid.
Kind of,
And
yeah.
a kitsune, which I think
It's a variation. So I decided to kind of split my likes. I have kind of a duality of self a little bit, both in character and in myself. I really like horror games. I really like cute things. So the crypt comes from, you know, like crypt, spooky kind of things. And then kitsune, which is, you know, fox demon or fox spirit. I wanted to have that in there because I have a fox form. And my backstory also alludes to some kind of Japanese influence there. So I wanted to do that. That was I'm glad you picked up on that. I appreciate it.
it's so cute.
Aw,
Very
thank you.
clever nickname. It says Infernal Queen in training and creative V consultant.
Yep.
She was self-designed, and the model art is by Matsuda
Toki Mama!
Wonderful illustration.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh no, am I laggy? A little bit.
I couldn't have a better mama.
Gonna have too many dropped frames, I'm sorry. Anyways. It looks like we have two forms here. The outfit is the same, but you can
Demon?
see two differences between these
and
two
then
forms.
Foxu.
I'm guessing a toggle.
It is indeed a toggle.
So we've got like these icy horns.
Oh, they're crystal,
and
not
then,
ice.
Like, these demonic wings.
I can see why you would say that, though.
An ice demon tail here. And then on the other side, we have like these kitsune ears and
big fluffy foxy tail.
But it still looks very in line with the outfit.
Thank you.
Because it's like that ethereal blue, which is super cool and super
it's a flamey
magical.
tail.
Love the silhouette.
I have this whole blue
trim.
flame thing going on in my design.
Here's a yam confession. I was going to have a fur coat. And
Why
I
not?
illustrated it and everything. But I had such a hard time illustrating and rendering the fur.
Oh,
that it
yeah.
just didn't
Yeah,
turn
I can
out
see
how I
that.
wanted it, so I had to scrap it. Drawing
Fur
and
is hard,
illustrating
yeah.
fur in an anime style that's convincing is so hard.
That's why when Togi did it, I was over the moon.
This is a very capable
Because I have a
illustrator.
lot of fur in my design.
But yeah, let's
Hence the foxu.
analyze. We've got this heart.
Ahoge!
Gosh, I hope I say it right. I think it's
Ahoge.
ahoge.
Yeah, yeah.
Ahoge? I
Cowlick.
hope it's not the other
It's my
word
little
that
alfalfa.
sounds like ahoge.
Oh.
I get them
You
mixed
mean
up
oh
when it
no, I'm
sounds
not
like
gonna
it.
say
Yeah,
it. I'm
we've
not
got
gonna
that
say it.
fluffy hair.
But yes,
And
Ahoge.
then this pink hairdo that fades into like a grayish white.
I have the long hair too right now.
Which transitions
That's a
up
variation,
nicely
but
to the
usually it's like
fur.
this.
With
And when I'm really
these
angry,
beautiful flowers.
or when I'm feeling a little spicy,
Got
as
the
my
right
channel
one.
says,
Thank goodness.
we go full demon mode.
My YouTube stream lives another day. No clippers will get to me. Wonderful. And then we've got these stark black outlined
Oh yeah, I turned them off so I wasn't
rings that are in such like a cool stylized. Like, they're not just
hitting you,
badges,
hiding
they
you.
have a very cool style to them.
They flap. Little flappers.
Oh, a question in chat Silly question, but does self-design mean they drew up the original idea and then commissioned an artist
100%.
to refine it?
That's what I did.
Essentially, yes.
I make all my own designs from scratch, and then I give them to a more, you know, capable illustrator, and then boom, I live.
If you are capable of making mood boards, so
oh, actually, I'm gonna pause the video here for a second. So the thing is that yes, I am a creative VTuber consultant, or a V consultant, if you will. I like to help VTubers with their branding. So I will help you with your brand, as in logos and the general aesthetic of your brand. But I also do actual VTuber designs. And a part of that is making documents to help solidify some of the art assets that are required in order to do the rigging animation properly. So that's one of the things that I tend to do. That's why I call myself a V consultant instead of just a V designer, because I do a little bit of both. So yeah. And mood boards, I always have my clients do mood boards. It helps a lot.
And hand them to the illustrator. That's another way you can
I do mood boards myself, actually.
I had a hard time getting the exact, like, who self-designed and who didn't.
Oh yeah, that can be tough. That's another thing too. I've noticed a lot in the VTuber community, and I do hope it changes at some point. But usually the mamas or papas, or they thems, they have kind of the artist, the rigger. And they don't really add the designer into that mix. And I feel like the design is just as important as the other three aspects, because they all work together to create the full VTuber. So I hope in the future that other VTubers, or, you know, like bigger VTubers, kind of like set the example of also letting people know who your designer is as well. So that's just my little demon soapbox, just being a designer myself. It would be really nice to, you know, get that recognition to some extent.
In my search for this information, but 𝕾𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖑𝖘 specifically talked about V consulting and
yeah, I'm really proud of my designs, I won't lie. It's one of the things I love the most.
Themselves. So that's how I knew that they were self-designed.
I make a point of it.
In the future, for these streams, I'm gonna have a Google form that everyone fills out with the correct information.
Oh, that's smart.
So
yeah, that's smart.
We can know exactly
who's who.
We
totally
can
agree.
better know all of the hands that went into designing and.
That's my big thing as an artist. I want to make sure that other artists get the credit that they deserve for the work that they do.
Good question, though. Thank you. Moving on, though, we've got like these princess sleeves, but they have like the black as the primary color, so it's like she is royalty, but also like
kind of. I'm in training. I still get the title, but I haven't had coronation yet. But someday, I hope. Still studying.
Fur trim lining that matches the fur trim of the top of the coat.
Yeah, that's also a backstory thing too. I'll just mention it briefly, but one of the reasons why I have more of a fur coat with a more of a winter look than like something like spring, even though I am a kitsune, usually they're seen in spring and stuff like that, is because I wanted to allude to some of my backstory. And one of the things that happens is I am the demon fox guardian of the snowy mountains, so there is that. That's why there's a lot of fur, a lot of warmth, a lot of cozy and cuddliness for sure.
Full bodice that kind of reminds me of blue morpho butterfly wings.
Butterfly wings, interesting.
And then,
they're actually feathers, but I can see the butterfly wings for sure.
And spike collar up here, and then we have another skull motif and cross motif.
My babies, my onipi.
Skirt.
Look at these boys. Look at them.
The dress.
They're sentient.
With more hearts, which I just.
They possess these little skulls, and they emote with me.
Combined together into these like fox skulls with hearts in their eyes. I think that's so creative.
Aw, thank you.
And then these hearts go out into. Like,
I'm getting all blushy.
Cool. Like there's a lot of just intricacies that
All
this
backstory
design is
based.
balancing.
That's how I design most of the
It
time.
doesn't feel over designed.
Thank you.
I think it's just the right balance. It reminds me of like agency level designs where
What?
they fit a lot of things into the design, but it doesn't feel too...
I'm sorry. Did you just say agency level? My design is agency level? Oh no, I don't know how to react to that. Oh, that's a huge compliment. Oh, thank you so much for that compliment. That's like, I think that's possibly the highest compliment that a VTuber designer can get is that your agency level, because you know we all look up to the agencies and some of us would die to be in, you know, one of those agencies at some point, and I'm shocked. Thank you for the compliment. I don't even know what to say.
Much most of the time. And then
I'm
we have these
so
leggings with the white
embarrassed.
cutouts that kind of match the cutout motif of the cape behind her. This cape does wonders breaking up the silhouette, and so do these wings and horns or ears, depending on what toggle 𝕾𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖑𝖘 has. So yeah, oh my gosh, please teach me how to design characters.
Oh, stop! I'm gonna hit demon screeching levels! You're always free to message me and I can try and give you some tips. Sometimes it just depends on the design work though. I tend to go by case basis, but I am more than happy to help. Or one of the things that I really would like to do is do some YouTube videos that talk about VTuber designs in particular, because despite everyone saying that, oh yeah, you can just design an anime character, there are actually a lot of nuances to VTuber designs specifically that most people don't account for. So in the future, I would love to be able to do that. So you really inspired me to actually make that video at some point.
Big ear floof, 10 out of 10. 𝕾𝖾𝖆 would know. Yeah.
All the big ear floof.
I will say when you're working with like a pink, blue, and purple color palette with VTubers, it is really hard to stand out.
It's my favorite color palette. I do agree with that though. I do agree with that.
I hope I don't offend anyone by saying this, but you know, if you're wanting to stand out,
it's very oversaturated in the VTuber space. I agree.
It is more difficult to stand out with a pink, blue, and white color palette. So I would be careful with that. 𝕾𝖾𝖎𝖏𝖃 does a wonderful job by adding in all these different textures and a lot of black.
Thank you.
To stand out of the crowd there. But yeah, it's hard to look distinctive with this color.
I'm gonna pause the video for a second because there is something I do want to say. One, thank you for the compliment again. I feel like this whole video is me just flubbering because there's so many sweet things that you've said, but it means a lot to me that you say that I stand out, because I've gotten a lot of hate and or, you know, mail in the past about, oh, you copied 𝕾𝖈𝖆𝖆𝑑𝑒sign, and I respect Mouse, okay? I respect Mouse. We don't look anything alike. I have had my specific design before VTubing was even a thing. And so when people tell me like, hey, you're copying 𝕾𝖈𝖆𝖆𝑑𝑒sign, or why do you have, you know, blue and pink in your design like silver? Like it hurts a lot because I put a lot of heart and I put a lot of time and effort and research and story crafting and things into my design. So all I'm saying is thank you. Thank you for validating me in that. I really appreciate it. It's tough sometimes because the internet can be full of dum-dums and they have a tendency to pick apart things because they're only focusing on one aspect. But that made my day. Thank you so much.
Palette. So I recommend any aspiring VTubers out there who do want to stand out to think of creative ways to get around that if you're really sold on the pink, blue, and white color palette yourself. Yeah. I 100% agree. It feels agency level of high quality. Yeah. the illustrator did an amazing job. If I saw this as like a new Niji Sanji or Hololive or V Shoujo debut, I wouldn't even bat an eye. Like, it just it fits right in. It's amazing. Wonderful job. And thank you for submitting your design.
You're so welcome. Sorry, I'm getting emotional again. Thank you for, you know, taking the time to look at it and saying such nice things. I really appreciate it. Maybe someday we can work on a design together at some point. This entire video made my month, I just want to say. So thank you so much, and that's why I wanted to do a little reaction on it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm over here. I'm gonna walk off. I'm just flubbering now. Goodbye, every soul.